Here, here. Let's share the screen. Let's do that here. Let's do that here. Share my screen here. All right. Say hello to everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing great. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Let's start off. Arnulfo, Devin, Tim, Stacy, Christian, Ivano, Vernon. Hey, Vernon, Harry, John, Robert, Omar, Darren, Kyong, Dave, Diana, Art, Eduardo, Terrence, Tiago, Richard, Dave, Sherman, Wardog, Naples fan, James, Steve, Brian, Ray, the sassy trainers in the house. We got Scott. We got Dave. Jill. Good morning, Jill. Ooh, raining in Chicago. Oy vey. Dave. Dr. Serena, my actuary's in the house. Good morning. We've been hitting 600, pretty close to 600 most of the days, which has been great. It's been working out pretty good. Thank you for everything you do, Dr. Serena. I appreciate it very much. Peter. Good morning, Peter. Kevin. Richard from sunny Puente Gorda. I know it's sunny because it's sunny here right now, so it's probably pretty sunny where you're at. Hey, Henry. We got Jody, we got Dave, we got Keith, we got Debbie, we got Charlie Clyde, we got Mark, we got James, we got Moondog, we got John Henry, Robert Henry, excuse me, from Peoples Valley. All right. Robert, Samson, Stacy, Randy, Glenn, Bill, Angie. Good morning, Angie. Illinois grain farmer, Rich, Alex. Alex is funny. Let's start off with the I told you so. We will in a minute. Motown guy, James. Good morning, James. Yes, please click the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Richard, JB, Peter, Omar, Cam. Good morning. Send some of that rain to Albuquerque. Yeah. Robert, Angie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing great. And if I did not say good morning to you, Mark or Scotty or somebody else, I do apologize. I do apologize. Hey, Richie Rich, I like that one. Robert Steele, Memphis Storm. Ay, ay, ay. Not good, not good. We're starting off pretty soft this morning. It is, I think it's a Tuesday. Yeah, it is a Tuesday. I had dinner with Chuck Hughes last night and Helen. I haven't seen them in a while. It was really nice. Good morning, Brian. Thank you for being at the office. I really appreciate you. Brian spent yesterday and today. He's going to be at the office. I don't know if you're there right now with Matt or not, but I appreciate what you do. Did you and Matt get a chance to talk about the new platform yesterday, Brian, after I left? Or were you guys too busy? Let me know. Let me know. And let me post some links while I have you here. So we have Win Both Ways trade today. It's happening at 1 o'clock. Here's this. Hey, Frank. We've got VIP room today at noon, as usual. Here is the link for that. And here is the link for customer service live. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Good, 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 Brian. And I hopefully you made some money yesterday while you were in the office, while we were doing hanky panky. Hey, HG, how are you? Cam, here's customer service live. All right, let's start off. Let's start off. First off, do you guys see this chart of Nvidia? Right? Now let's see if you guys see this chart of Nvidia. Hold on. Here, let me pull it up here. Here we go. So I wrote a little note here on February 27th that click this button and it would have taken you to February 25th. And I drew an X. X marks the spot. You guys see that? X marks the spot on Nvidia. This was on the February 25th. Look where Nvidia is right now. How off were we on the X marks the spot? How far are we on X marks the spot? Folks, basic technical analysis, basic price action analysis. Now, one more. Do you guys remember this pesky stock called Tesla? Hit the 100, consolidate, hit the 100 again, break, hit the 200, exactly like it did right here, and now broke the 200. Naples fan, this is why I post, this is why I have a Telegram channel. By the way, well, Roger, you don't give us this stuff for free. You make us pay thousands of dollars. Nope, this was free. I put it in a public Telegram channel twice. And Tesla, two. I posted Tesla and I posted Nvidia. I've been doing Tesla. I've been giving you free Tesla analysis in that public channel now for over a year. And 95% of the time it's right. All right. So don't tell me that technical analysis doesn't work. It works really, really well. All right. Let's begin our analysis, okay? Yeah, it did. It did bounce right here. It hit the 100, it bounced, then hit it again. It hit the 200, bounced, and now it's below the 200. It did exactly, it's exactly what I said it would do. It did bounce right here. That is a bounce off the 100. It did right here. You know, each of these is like 30 points. This is going from 333 to 360. This is like 30 points. That's a bounce. I said it'll bounce, it'll revert, or it'll come right back down. And then I said the same thing around the 200. I said it needs to break the 8-day. If it doesn't break the 8-day, it's going to come down below. I said this yesterday morning. You can rewatch my video. All right. I don't have an X yet on Tesla. I don't have a bottom yet on Tesla. I would put an X on Tesla if I had a bottom on it yet. Arnulfo says, are we in a bear market? Arnulfo, I hate to say this to you. I hate to tell you this, my friend. I really do, but I hate to say I told you so, but I've been pointing this to you out every day too. This is not my theory. This is not my analysis, okay? A stock must be trading for a minimum of 6 months and has to be over $2. So it's not a penny stock. 44%. Now, when I was in high school and I took economics class, they said when you have less than 50% of stocks trading below the 200-day moving average, you are officially in a bear market. I didn't learn that in economics in college. I learned that in high school. 44%, my friend. So right here. There it is right there. Now, a good question is it a time for tariffs? Hell no. No. You do tariffs when we're flying high, when everything is really strong, not right now. This is the worst time for tariffs. This is the worst time to mess around with interest rates or tariffs. You know how I feel? I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel like, COVID, somebody took this market, slammed it down with a hammer. And finally, the market started like waking up, coming out of a coma, like going, oh, okay, I could finally see straight. What was my name? Oh, my name is Roger. Oh, yeah. How old am I? And then somebody took that hammer and knocked it again on its head. Yeah. They taught that in high school. If you have less than 200 stocks, if you have less than 50% of stocks below the 200-day moving average, you're in a bear market. Folks, that's like the first thing you learn, right? I mean, that's like basic economics. That's not even like, you don't need to be a market wizard to know that, right? If you have less than 50% of stocks below the 200-day moving average, you are in a bear market. If you have less than 50% stocks below the 50-day moving average, you are in a choppy market. But if you have less than 50% of stocks trading below the 200-day moving average, you're in a bear market, and institutions stop accumulating stocks. till we're back above, or they only trade stocks that are above the 200. Now, this is pretty. This is not like. This is not something that. This is not something. Uh, um, this is not like something that, this is not that controversial. This is just something real basic. All right. How are we doing today after a big downside move yesterday? We're down. We're down. Also, you may see here that the Dow's down only about 140 points, which is really not much, but the Nasdaq's down 140. That's like the Dow being down close to 250, 300, which now you're starting to get into real movement. So we're not really seeing any major downside on the Dow, but we are seeing some downside on the Nasdaq. Just got an email this morning from all my AC equipment suppliers due to tariffs price equipment. I hate to say I told you so, JB, but I did. And by the way, the day after the election, when I said, folks, get ready for tariffs, I literally got cursed. I didn't get cursed out, but like people were reacting to me like I was the second coming of the devil. And here we are. Not a good thing to do right now. And I don't see. So I thought Trump was going to do this tariffs as a negotiation. So where's all this negotiation going? I mean, tariffs come on tonight. All right. So let me start with the fundamental. Oh, earnings. Before I get into fundamentals, we have earnings. If you guys know what these numbers have come out already at, Richard says, I remember my high school economics teacher coming in with New York Times every day. He said was gibberish to me. Fairfax High School. Yeah, it was Fairfax High School. That's right. I was in Fairfax. That's right, Carlos, in Fairfax High School. 1980, class of 88. I graduated in 1988. My graduation, folks, was at the Hollywood Bowl. Pretty cool, right? Yep. Yeah, growing up in Hollywood is cool. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember the economics teacher's name. He was an old guy, but he loved me. He loved me. I loved economics. All right. So if you guys know how the stocks are reacting right now, and if any of these have reported, you can just post it in the chat. I would appreciate that. Okay. And let me give you some links once again before we continue. So my win both ways trade is coming out today. It's going to be very, very cool. I'll probably post a new trade alert today. I was waiting. I didn't want to do anything yesterday with this crazy market. Here is my VIP room link today. Folks, by the way, today, in the VIP room, I'll be doing a very special segment. If you were in my class last Thursday and Friday, I spent some time talking about visual back testing. I mean, it's not like brain surgery, but it's something that I really want everybody to do. So I'm going to talk about it today in the free in the regular VIP room, because I think it's really important for everybody to understand this and start doing this. So we're going to have a bonus session today on visual back testing, which is a session that I had in my session. The thing is, I didn't run out of time, but Kane went a couple hours longer than I expected, which I'm really happy about because I was exhausted. But I'd like to expand a little more on it and show you guys some examples, and I'll be doing that today. It's just the second part of visually looking at stocks the right way. That's all it is. It's kind of like, remember I told you how to find the right stocks? Well, now I'm going to show you how to find the right stocks doing important stuff. So it's kind of like a second part. Now, you may think this is not important. This is probably the most important things you will learn aside from picking the right stock. And picking the right stock is 1,000 times more important than picking the right indicator. Okay, so if you guys don't think this is important, you are fooling yourself. Really important. Doesn't cost anything. It'll be in the VIP room today. Brian will be in the office. I'm in a good mood. We'll do it. We'll do it today. It'll be fun. Angie says, have you reached out to cousin Kevin? I have not, to see if he can. No, I have not. Mark graduated 72. Didn't remember anyone ever mentioning the stock market. Small. Ivano, if I sees up 10%. Good. Your puppy graduated from Westchester High, LAX 71. Wow. You graduated over Jimmy Morrison. Everyone played. Yeah. I went to high school with the Chili Peppers. Were like 2 years ahead of me, Angie. And Michael Jackson's brothers were like 4 years ahead of me. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Yeah, take a look, folks. Take a look at all the famous actors that went to Fairfax High School. One of the guys who I went to high school with at the time was David. What's his name? Cox. Courtney Cox's brother, David Cox, or yeah, whatever his last. Yeah, Courtney Cox's brother. No, not Courtney Cox's brother. What's her name? Oh God, the the girl from Desperately Seeking Susan. I forgot her name. Arquette, David Arquette, who used to be married to Courtney Cox. David Arquette, little guy. Yeah, I went to high school with him. Nice guy, real nice guy. Great to meet you too, Kevin. Yeah. No, Fairfax High School was not destroyed. It's in the middle of no, West Hollywood. No. West Hollywood was not touched by the wildfires. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So these are the companies we're looking at today. Obviously, the big one on everybody's mind is Target, and don't rule out BBY. BBY, again, it's not how good the company did, it's how well consumer stocks are doing, electric consumer stocks. This has an impact on Amazon. This right here has a big impact on Lowe's, Target, all the club stores. You guys remember like 2 years ago, no, 4 years ago when COVID earnings came out, Target did really bad. They were buying the wrong stuff. It didn't crash the market, but it really roiled the market. It can have a very insensual impact on retailers. And this one can have a lot of impact on tech earnings too. So again, just remember that. I want to miss the VIP webinar today. RJ, send me an email. I don't know exactly what you're saying. Send me an email, okay? Yeah. Right here. All right. So earnings, Fed data, we don't have any Fed data. We have an open thing today. Let me go through all the important things because this thing, I had to mark it up like there was no tomorrow today. There was a lot of news to talk about. Let me go through this and we'll go through everything, okay? And I'll make it bigger so you guys can actually see it. And if you guys have a chance, how about a thumbs up? All right, just go right here, go right here, go right here, and give me a thumbs up. Here, I'll give myself a thumbs up. Let's see how many we have. I don't think that's cheating, right? If you give yourself a thumbs up. 140. We have 480 people here, and we only have 140 thumbs up. How about a thumbs up? Rich says, I got out of Costco position in light of SPY drop in Target and cost having earnings this week. Good man. Richard says less than 50% of stocks trading above 200 moving average is a bear market. Yeah, that's what I said, Richard. Right. Richard, that's exactly what I've been saying every day right here. And again, I'm not trying to like scare you. I'm just pointing this out that this is a fact right now. This is not a time to be, this is, you know how Trump told Zelensky, you're not negotiating from a position of strength? Well, Trump is not negotiating from a position of strength because we're in a bear market. It would be much better if he was negotiating tariffs when 80% of stocks were above because we're in a very soft, vulnerable spot right now. And I'd love to see the market get a little stronger so then he can negotiate tariffs and the market can really absorb it. But hey, I'm not the president. You know, I can't do anything. So wavering after yesterday's sell-off on Wall Street triggered by stagflation fears and tariff jitters. Not good at all. Investors are waiting whether the new U.S. tariffs could trigger full-scale trade war. It seems like we're heading in that direction. Trump 25% tariffs on import from Mexico and Canada took effect midnight, alongside doubling on Chinese. Canada announced a broad set of tariffs, while China retaliated by imposing duties of up to 15% on export goods. This is going to be directly. We'll talk about Antonio Gold in just a few minutes, okay? And crypto and all that other stuff. Trump stated on Monday that U.S. would impose external oh God, I'm going to need my antacids today. External agriculture products beginning September 2nd. Computer Sun Micro, remember they had an accounting. They rallied like 10%, and now the stock is down 13%. It's not doing really well. This is on my chopping block. I may take a look at it today. It's a crappy company. Mega cap stock sank with Nvidia sliding more than 8% to lead losers on the Dow and the NASDAQ. Target's not doing good, Rich. Yeah, this morning as well. Allegro Microsystem jumped 14% on Bloomberg reported that on semiconductors, which is not doing well. It's on my short list, maybe taking over a takeover candidate. I wouldn't be going long chip stocks at all right now based on what we saw yesterday in the last few days. We had ISM manufacturing data. It fell weaker than expectation. ISM rose to a 2.5 week high. Data fears that the world's largest economy, that's us, could be heading towards a period of stagflation. Folks, we're beyond stagflation. By the way, have you noticed nothing here about less than 50% of stocks being below the 200-day moving average? Like it's not happening. Like it's not even happening, right? But it is happening. It's right here. Let's see what the SPY looks like, by the way. 55% on the SPY. NASDAQ Composite, guys. NASDAQ Composite. Not the NASDAQ 100. NASDAQ Composite. The second biggest index in the world. 46%. Dow's doing well. That's good. But look at Russell 3000. Look at Russell 1000. This is 1,000 of the biggest stocks in the world. 1,000 of the biggest stocks in the world. 51%. Who do you think will flinch first, Trump or countries with no place to sell goods? Trump, because we're going to put pressure on him. He flinches a lot. Eagle Beagle. He's flinched. He's been. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think will flinch? Trump every time because he doesn't have a plan. That's the problem. He doesn't have a plan. The more he comes off like he has a plan, and then there's no plan. You know, for example, and I'm not going to get deep into this. Like this whole thing, I'm going to solve the Ukraine-Russia war within 24 hours. I didn't see him bitching out Putin in his office. And saying it's your fault and you should apologize. I didn't see that. To me, this sounds like a no plan. All right. So, a plan that's no plan. Construction spending fell, biggest decline in 4 months. All this is such a waste, no direction. Thank you, Stacy. Exactly. Yes, I'd like to see us save us money. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see us saving us money because right now, this is sure as hell not saving us any money. Let me explain to you guys. I like his ideas. I like all his ideas are great, but I don't understand how he's going to do them. That's my problem. Yes, I want less illegal people in the country. Yes, I want no inflation. I want all of this stuff, but I don't want war between Ukraine and Russia. I don't want any of these things. But how he's going about it is bothering me. Not the fact that I'm on his side. I want all of that stuff. But creating tariffs when the economy is in a shit show, and when the American economy is in a shit show, is not a smart idea. Period. Alberto Musalem stated on Monday that while he expects price growth to ease, policymakers must keep inflation expectations in check. In determining how monetary policy should respond to alternative scenarios, especially when they might involve difficult employment and inflation trade. Dude, where were you 4 months ago saying all of this? Where were you 4 months ago saying all of this? Right before a president came on who said we were going to do tariffs. Where were you 4 months ago saying all of this? 3 months ago, where were you saying? 2 months ago, where were you saying all of this? Like nothing changed. Here in New York, I got a letter yesterday increasing my home assessment by 173%. Texas doubling. Insane. My retirement hasn't seen increase in pay for 10 years. Yep. Yeah, I think you're right, Jan. I think you're right. I am Naples fan. I am. Anyway, I am. I'm just being honest with you folks. And by the way, my analysis of the economy is based on price action. And price action is never wrong. 91% chance that they're not going to take any action. As far as I'm concerned, there's 0%. We have earnings. I'm curious how AutoZone did. That's a retailer. I'm curious how Best Buy did. I'm curious how Ross Store did. Ross Store, why am I concerned about Ross Store? Because it'll have impact on other stores like Best Buy. Retailers are very essential. They're like chip stocks. Keep our opinions regarding to ourselves. Well, why don't we keep political opinions on them to ourselves? Because it's in front of the whole financial thing is political today. I'm reading the financial papers. I can't read one word without tariffs here. I mean, literally, the first thing I read, look, tariff jitters, tariffs, tariffs. Everywhere I look, it's tariffs. All right. Europe is not giving us any tailwind, folks. No tailwind from Europe. No tailwind from Europe. Oh, Best Buy's down 2%. Not good. Not good. Not good. This is bad for US right now. After again, President Trump tariffs on Canada and Mexico, Chinese went into effect, heightening concerns that Europe might face similar duties. Here's a perfect example. How can I not talk about politics? I'm literally trying to avoid it, and it's like in front of my face at every moment. China ended slightly higher as investors looked past U.S. China trade spat and shifted their focus to the upcoming annual preliminary. Defense and semiconductor stocks led the gains on Tuesday. At the same time, energy and auto stocks underperformed. U.S. President Trump's additional 10% tariffs on Chinese goods went into effect, bringing total U.S. tariffs on China to 20%. I'd love not to talk about politics, but that's what's driving the market today. Japan ended lower as investors anxious over global trade war intensified after new U.S. tariffs went into effect, while a stronger yen further dampened sentiment. Analysts cautioned the market might be underestimating tariffs given the potential for a rapid escalation of a global trade war. Who said here they want me to keep politics to myself? I'd love to keep politics to myself. If I could avoid politics for the next 20 years, I'd love to do that too. If you can keep politics out of the financial markets, because once you bring politics into financial markets, now it's my purview and I have to talk about it because that's what's driving the market. Do I want that to be the case? It's the last thing I want to talk about. I'm not kidding, okay? Okta surged over 15% in pre-market. Vistra, 1%. They got an upgrade. Very, very nice. Medtronic. And by the way, I do think all this tariff, 6 months from now, we're going to forget about all of this. Most importantly, Trump will forget about all of this. So, but right now we have to deal with this. So that's the news. So what's in focus right now? Politics, politics, politics is what's driving stocks right now. All right, let's look at some assets. Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up here yesterday to the level and then fell off the cliff. Why did Bitcoin fall off the cliff yesterday? Does anybody know? Absolutely, James. I know. Hey, Steve, how are you? Yeah, facts are facts. You want me to literally ignore all of this? What I read every day, you want me to just ignore it completely? How? How can I do that? This is what I base my market stuff on. All right. So Bitcoin. Does anybody know why Bitcoin is down here? Can anybody answer my question? Does anybody know why Bitcoin is here? Yes. Yes. Look at mega caps. Look at Bitcoin. Roger, I trade Bitcoin. I'm not a stock trader. I'm a Bitcoin trader. I get a lot more from Bitcoin than stock. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe 10 years ago. Now you're just a stock trader now. Calm down and sit down. You're just a stock trader now. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Bitcoin, mags. Bitcoin, mags. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Good answer because tech stocks fell. There you go. Tony got it right. The sassy trainer got it right. Ivana got it right. Karen got it right. Let's see. I just want to read the commentary. It follows broader sector and mags. Exactly. You love my Mr. Bitcoin imitation, huh? Well, a lot of people remember 10 years ago, I'm a Bitcoin trader. I'm a crypto trader. I don't trade stocks anymore. I trade. No, you're just a stock trader. You're just a stock trader. All right. We're, come on. You guys can all see it right here. Can't you? We huffed and puffed for one. Take out this bar right here, and you literally have 90% correlate, 95% probably correlation right here. All right. What about US dollar? Ooh, remember I said if we have a hard time getting past this middle point? So, by the way, folks, let me give you a little trick. Yeah, the counter is a little weird. The counter knows that we do stock market analysis, and the counter is doing its own stock market movement. So here is a little tip for you. Okay, here's a little tip for you. You see this channel right here? This is the same channel that I drew on Nvidia. I want to just show you something, and I'm not talking about Nvidia right now. I just want to show you something. It's a little trick. You see this channel right here? It's the same channel we're seeing on the US dollar, right? So whenever you have a channel like this, draw a midpoint on that channel. As a matter of fact, a lot of technical analysis software programs, they automatically do that for you. Whenever you have a channel, it'll draw like a dotted center line. Keep an eye on that center line, because if you have a channel, a lot of times what will happen is price it doesn't go through all the way through the entire channel. It doesn't converse through the entire channel. It'll traverse only to the half, and then when it gets stuck there, that half will become a resistance area, and that channel will start moving from all the way up to a half. In other words, it goes from a channel this big to a channel this big, where the price finally starts giving up the upper end and only starts hitting the middle end. So you see how right here the channel has a middle, but now look at the last two rallies. We barely could go halfway. So this is very useful to have, because a lot of times you'll find resistance when you have a channel, a downsloping channel like this, or an upsloping channel. You'll find that the price stops going all the way up and just starts going to the halfway point. That's just more of a confirmation that the channel is working, okay? Jason said, NVIDIA hit the X you talked about a week ago. Jason, you must be a little late. That's how we started the show today. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. You're 100% correct. This right here. This happened February 25th, almost 10 days ago. And this is right now. Yes. Thank you, though. Yeah, HG, exactly. So if you see this on the US dollar, and this is actually a pretty cool tool. Again, it's the simple tools that end up working really well. It's okay, Jason. You didn't have nothing to be sorry about. Anything that I talk about here, you guys can bring up and talk about. It's all good. That's why it's an open forum. And by the way, for the record, I hate talking politics. It just happens to be that these tariffs are like the market movers right now. So it's really hard for me not to talk about them. All right. So US dollar coming down. That's actually really good for gold. I like gold right now. You see this area right here? Let me show you. See this area right here? We're right there. We literally need here. The high here is 29,394, and here we need this to rally just a hair. And I could probably be enticed to go long gold, but I need this to be taken out. See, the high here is 29.42 and the high here is 29.39.80. I need this to be above this, and I need that area to be defended. So I want to see us break above here and stay up here. And then I think gold would be a pretty good bet right now, especially in light of what we're seeing with the US dollar. So I do like gold right now. I do like gold. I'm still having issues finding gold stocks. I'm still having, RJ says, that's why I draw a linear standard deviation reversion line on my charts. Good. Bond market. Well, bond is abutting the 200-day moving average. This is actually positive. This is actually really good. This is the only thing that is holding up better than expected. And my guess is that it's holding up better than expected because money from technology is moving here right now, which means this is flight to quality. What I would really like to see is the bond market moving up at the same time that technology is moving up. And we're not seeing that yet. Nonetheless, I like the fact that this is holding up. This is decreasing long-term rates, and I would like us to see, I would like us to break above the 200-day moving average. If we can break above the 200-day moving average, hey Rochelle, good morning to you. If we can break above the would have been a good to trade that gold pullback a couple of days ago. Hold on a second, let me take a look here. Gold pullback a few days ago. Let's take a look and see what RJ's talking about. No, because it was below the I would never buy a stock below the 8-day EMA. Today's the first day the stock is above the 8-day EMA. See that? Here and uh and here's the commodity. Here's the actual commodity. It's same I think they're saying exactly the same thing. So the answer is no because we're below this is the first day we're above the 8-day EMA. See that? We need to be above the 8-day EMA, RJ. You too, Scotty. Happy Fat Tuesday to you too. Yeah, I always want to. I always want to be above the 8-day EMA. You don't want to buy stocks below the 8-day EMA. Let's take a look at D. Since we're on the topic, GDXJ. I haven't looked at them in a while, and I haven't seen any others rally, which is kind of odd. Yeah, see what I mean? One of the things that I'm a little puzzled about. Whenever I see the commodity, any kind of commodity rally, you start seeing the stocks related to that commodity outperform that commodity. I have not seen that in the gold market. The only one we saw, what was that ticker symbol that we saw? There was one. There was one a few days ago. Maybe somebody can remind me what it was, but that's a big red flag for me. All right. So U.S. dollar in the toilet, bond market. Let's look at the bond market again. Bond market, we need this bond market to trade above the 200-day moving average. And preferably, I would want to see the bond market trade above the 200-day moving average with a strong stock market, not a weak, not NASDAQ down 186 points. Okay. GLD, let's take a quick look at GLD. GLD is just an ETF of the gold. It's not this is just tracking the futures contract. This is not a company. This is an ETF. AEM, let me take a look at AEM. I'm actually looking for one, so if you can find me one, I'll be very grateful because I would rather go with a. No, it's still in this range. If I put a VWAP here, I'll bet you the VWAP will still be tagging this. I don't want to do it now, but maybe if somebody has TC2000, you could put a VWAP here. But if I put a VWAP here, to me, this looks like it's still in a channel. I want to see this. See that? I want to see this taken out, which means I want to see us trade above this bar. So no, I'm not seeing that in AEM. And if you have another gold stock you want me to look at, I'll gladly look at it. But AEM is not doing it. NEM, let's take a look. I have not been able to find one. If you guys have one, no, no. I'm telling you, I'm pretty good at. Wheaton. What was it? Wheaton. Do you guys remember that company? Wheaton something. Wheaton. WH. It was Wheaton something. Wheaton. Wheaton. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Wheaton. I still have some time. Wheaton. Is it WHT? WTH? Wheaton. Something. Wheaton. WPM. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This was the only one a few days ago. This was the only one right here. This is the only one. And I'm not really loving how choppy it is right here. It's got a lot of chop. If you're wrong, if your entry's wrong, you're going to be chopped into the ocean and you're going to be going back 2-3 days. So my suggestion, if you are going to go into gold, is GLD. It's exactly what we talked about right here. And be careful, it's gappy. Wait for it to hit the 8-day. All right, Wheaton. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thanks, Nathan. 600 views. Oh, we got 600 today. Yay. I think MDT had earnings. Yeah, Medtronic gained 1%. Oh, no, no, no. They were upgraded. Good, 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 good. All right. So bond market, crude oil. Crude oil broke down. Remember what I told you, there's a lot of support here. Now, if we break this level, all bets are off. If we break this level, there's a lot of support here. I would be very surprised if this trend broke this because there's a lot of support here. But if it does break this area, there's really nothing here till 63. This is deflationary. This is very good for transports. I'm not going to complain about this. So folks, just FYI, while the stock market's not looking all that great right now, and while I don't like this global stuff that's happening with all the tariffs, I do like the fact that crude oil is going down, and I do like the fact that the long bond is going up, and I'm still okay with gold rising right now in light of everything that's happening. So there are certain things that are not that bad. Okay, China. China's cooling off. China's finally coming into this area. If we can break this area and come down here, we're going to go all the way back down here. And you could see we never took out this area here. Looks like we pumped around here. We couldn't take it out. And now it looks like it wants to come right back down here. This is a weak high. This is a strong high. This is a weak high, which means there's a much higher chance that we'll go above this, but there's a very small chance that we'll go above this. Now look at what happened here. Have we been able to go above this? No. And if you don't know what strong highs or weak highs is, I talked about it in the pit, and I talked about it in the I gave you a booklet, a PDF in the pit, and I talked about it in the live class. Keep an eye. That's a strong high. That's a strong high. These are two weak highs. That's a strong high right there. All right. All right. Let's look at volatility. What's volatility doing? This is bad. This is bad. Let me go 9 months so you could see. This is bad. We're getting past this zone right here. If we go past this zone, past 20, that's fear in the market, increasing quite a lot of fear. Yes, I will be looking at volatility today aggressively. The last high we have is 27, and you could see we went really crazy over here, but so we're getting really, really up there. I don't expect these levels to stay elevated, and also as we go into the market, you'll understand why we're seeing this. But this is not a good sign. This is not a good look for the market. This is not a good look for the market. This trend line needs to start breaking. And as you can see here, we have a big gap here. So what I'm hoping for is after the open, we see the opposite of what we saw yesterday. I want to see a gap down, and then I want to see the market coming back to the mean. Okay. Not right now. If I have a few minutes, Billy, I will. I still have plenty of stuff to talk about, and I'm running out of time. Mega caps. Mega caps are at the 200-day moving average. What usually happens at the 200-day moving average? Well, here's one thing, folks, and I hate to tell you this, but mega caps is the major 7 FANG stocks. They are at the 200-day moving average. If the mega caps break the 200-day moving average, then everything that I've been telling you about this and $2 stock now applies to the biggest 7 stocks in the world. And we are officially, mega caps will officially be in a bear market if we break this level. Do I think we're going to break this level? Not today. There's usually a very good bounce near the 200-day moving average, just like there is near the 100-day, which we didn't have here. But usually there's a very good bounce at the 200-day moving average. Kind of like here, let me show you what I mean. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Look at Tesla. Look, you see when Tesla hit the 100-day? See how it kind of bounced off? And I said, like, it'll either revert higher fast or it's going to just come right back down. That's kind of where we're at right now with the 200-day and the SPY. When you see something touching a major level, typically you have a bounce, you have a reaction. The reaction determines what happens next. So one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to be a very, very uneventful bounce, and then we're going to come right back down, or we're going to do exactly what we did on Tesla right around the 100-day. And again, it's just a perfect example. I'm not trying to combine. I'm not trying to tell you that Tesla's driving this market, I'm just finding a chart that looks like what I'm expecting to see. So pretend this is the SPY right here. The SPY is right here right now. But pretend this is the SPY. You see how it kind of goes up a little bit and then comes down? Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think this will happen next, right here. This will happen next. Now, whether it goes up or it comes back down, I don't know. But I'm telling you, based on everything I've learned in the last 30 years, 31 years, that's usually what happens when we come to the 200-day moving average on the major stocks like the mega caps. Okay? All right. Again, I'm only giving you my this is my prognosis because usually the 200-day holds at least for a day or two so we could test it and confirm. That's a major level. That is a major level, okay? So what about SPY? What about the SPY? Well, the SPY is just now getting out of its structure. So if the SPY stops right here, then technically we don't really break the structure too much and we can come right back here and that would look a lot more like RSP, which is right at the bottom of its structure. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the broad market, meaning the RSP, the SPY, is holding on by a thread. When I say by a thread, you see that? Look. Do you see but what I mean by a thread? When I say by a thread, do you see where this shaded area is? You see where we're at right now? You see the low is? That's what I mean by a thread. Do you think Tesla is driving? No, I don't. No, RJ. No. That's why I'm trying to say. I don't think Tesla. I just wanted to use a picture that I just had, and the picture looked like the ideal picture that I see happen. I was just trying to show you pictures. That Tesla just happened to be a perfect example of what I see happening on the S&P. Tesla has nothing to do with my analysis of the market. It does have my analysis of mega caps because it's one of the 7 mega caps. But the fact that mega caps are bouncing is telling me that Tesla will probably bounce too. And also, like if you looked at Nvidia, the levels where we're at right now, remember what I told you? I'm jumping right now, but there's a good reason why I'm jumping because I know you guys want to see this. So even with Nvidia, right? Look, we're here, right? Well, in theory, since we're here, we should go back all the way up here, or at least come halfway through, right? Which would be here. So either way, even with Nvidia, even from this point on, the next level would be maybe a little lower and then coming back up. So I think we're going to have a bounce. The question is, look, this is a lower channel, so we can bounce all the way back up here and then go lower, just like we did right here. So I'm pretty confident we're going to see a bounce on the mega caps, which does take Tesla into account because we're at the 200-day line. But again, look, and again, I'm only showing you for purpose of showing you a technical picture. It has nothing to do with Tesla. I think we're going to bounce just like we bounced here, but I don't know what will happen afterwards. But no, I don't think there's any major relationship between Tesla, and that's not why I'm showing you Tesla. So RSP, I got to get out of here soon. So we're literally holding by a thread, okay? By a thread. What thread? Well, look. You could see it right here. You could see we're holding by a thread. Remember this red line? We're like right at the line. And mega caps are beyond that. And now QQQE, I haven't even looked at that yet. Let's take a look at that. I haven't been looking at this one for a few days. Yeah, not looking good. But again, we have the 200-day here, and we have a hell of a lot of support here. So I'm not feeling a major downside cookout is coming out in the short term, maybe in the long term. In the short term, I think we're going to have a bounce. So we looked at, SMH. Let's look at SMH. Breakdown. Totally broke the foundation. And look at where we're at right now. Sorry. We still have a while to go. We still have a little bit to go. And QQQ, just a broad QQQ. See, right at the 200. Megs, right at the 200. And again, usually we have a bounce. But, see, we can have a bounce right here, right? Come up right here to the 8-day EMA, RJ, and then fall right apart. And similarly, on the QQQ, Although, again, usually we have a bounce. See QQQ, how it's holding, the 200's holding. If we can we can go right up to this red line. We can go right now. We can go for the next 2 weeks between the 200 and the 100. Consolidate, make it look like we're coming right back up, and then fall on our ass. So for me to feel warm and fuzzy, I want to see us above the 100-day moving average on the mega caps, on the QQQ. Let's look at the megs. I want to see us above the 8-day. So even if we go above the 8-day, we still have to overcome the 100. That's a problem. What impact do you think Trump will have in the speech tonight? I have absolutely no idea, Dave. I wish I could tell you. I have no clue. I have no clue. I hate to agree the market is in a trouble, but that does appear reality. We need some major good news. Yes, we do. We do. Yes, we do. We do. We do. We do. We do. We do. No, so folks, there's a difference between bottoming and bouncing. A difference between bottoming and bouncing. We could have a really nice bounce. We can convince everybody we're coming back up until we break above the 100-day moving average on the Magnificent Seven. No soup. Until RSP. And again, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just trying to be really realistic with you. Until RSP is well above in this area here. Until SPY. See this? We need right away. This needs to be erased, like right away. Because if this continues down, so yesterday when we came here, look how fast we bounced. Today, we've spent the entire overnight here, and Europe is not giving us any support. So if this continues down, we got the 200 right there. The good news is this. The good news is this. We're near the 200-day moving average on most indices. Any chance we can short my favorite stock? Let's take a look. ASML. Let's take a quick look, Carlos. By the way, what has that stock been doing since you wanted? This is where you shorted it right here. And what has it been doing? See, this is a big bounce right here. And then what is it doing? It's coming right back down. That's okay. We got over 618 people here. People are here. They're enjoying themselves. Let me give you some links and then let me go through momentum. Folks, join me at 1 o'clock today. It'll be fantastic. Join me in the VIP room today. It'll be great. I'll be talking about visual backtesting. I'll continue the session we had last Thursday and Friday. People send me too many nice emails about that. And now let's talk momentum. Oh, customer service live. I'm rude. I'm very rude. I don't want to be rude. Here we go. Don't forget, customer service live. Cam and Gustavo show. All right. All right. All right. Let me continue. Still doing okay. I got to get out of here. I got to go to work. I got to earn my keep around here. All right. How are we doing right now? Well, Bitcoin, semiconductors, technology, retail, QQQ, Russell 2000, consumer discretionary communication. They're all on this side of the fence. We have blue chips leading right now. Flight to quality is definitely taking place. Interest rate sensitive stocks like retail are not doing great. Mid caps are not doing good. Russell 2000 not doing good. So to me, this seems like flight to quality. And defensive stocks, not all, most defensive stocks are right up here, and most speculative stocks are right here. And it's pretty clear right now. It's pretty clear. Now, here's a few things that may make you happy. Okay. We have 462 stocks breaking down coming into the session. Now listen and listen good. Typically when you have 462 is not a huge number. 500, 550 is a huge number. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We may see a flush out today. All right? We may see a flush out today. Okay? It's very possible. We're getting towards the bottom. Now, Roger, does that mean we're going to bounce and we're going to come back up? No. What it means is is we're going to bounce. We're going to bounce. We're going to see this. I think we're going to see this type of trading action. But notice, where did this trading action lead us? Forget about Tesla right now. Just pretend this is the 200-day moving average and this is the SPY. It rallied, right? It even broke the 8-day EMA. And then what happened? This is the scenario that I'm fearful about the stock market. That we can come up here, it'll shore us up for a few days, and then we come down here. Hence, I need to see this bounce that I think, I got hiccups again. I think I need to see this bounce accentuate. I want to see a sharp bounce. If I see this type of trading action in the SPY, where it's just kind of, I'm going to be very, very fearful. I want to see real trading action. I want to see, this is what I want to see. I want to see this number get 300 stocks, not 100 like it's been at for God knows how much. I want this to decline back to 100s. I want to see speculative stocks here instead of here. I want to see a lot of things change. I want to see the bond market go above the 200. And at the same time, I want to see volatility move below this trend line. I want to see all of these things. Now, obviously, I'm going to be keeping you updated every step of the way. But what I don't want you to do is see a little bounce like this off the 200-day moving average. Here's the SPY. And I don't want you to start thinking that we're out of this. I don't want you to see us here. I don't want you to start thinking, if we bounce right here, I don't want you to start thinking that this is a reversal until we get above the 100-day moving average. We need to get back into this structure. We are not in this structure. So I don't want to see us lagging around here for 3 or 4 days. You understand, RJ? I want to see a sharp move up. Okay? All right. Now, let me give you my stocks, and then I'll give you my prognosis for today. And I'll be quick because I got to get out of here. AMD. These are my short stocks. By the way, AMD, ON Semiconductor, and ARM. I don't want to go through all three. AMD, ON Semiconductors, and ARM. They're all doing exactly the same thing. So I'm not going to give you all three. PayPal. And if you're going to take all three, then take a third. PayPal breaking down is very bad for the economy. VRT breaking down. These are really good trending stocks too. VRT, VKTX. What a trend. Look at that. You may not be able to find good options on some of these, but actually liquidity has been coming up a little bit in the market, which is good. ANET, Dell, Rakesh, I'll tell you in a few minutes. Right here. Look at this. Look how well it respects the 100-day moving average. So we'll talk about that today when we talk about visual backtesting. SMR broke the 200-day moving average. Be careful that we don't want to see this on the mags today. XYZ, wrong ticker symbol. XYZ, Square, also like PayPal, not good. Very, very bad. Very, very bad for economy when you see companies like that. APA, energy stock. It's a natural gas stock. APH, KSS. First time we're ever talking about KSS here, right, folks? I'm curious, how many times did I give you this stock in the last year? 30 times, 40, maybe 50? Just out of curiosity, how many times did I give you this stock? AVTR. I got one more after this. AI. This is a new one on our list. And I'm not joking. This is a new one on our list. AI. May want to wait for a little pullback here. But look, it broke the 200 without ever squirming. That's a weak stock. Long side. Let's do long side. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Defensive. Defensive. Philip Morris. I gave you this one in the pit yesterday as a bonus, and it was as a watch list trade, and it was as the market was breaking down, the stock was just going up, and mo this one too, just going straight up. Altria, just going straight up. We were scalping it in the off. Well, I was scalping it in the office yesterday. I was having fun in the office yesterday. Um, FI. We already covered WPC. We already covered WPC. FI looks beautiful right now. That is a beautiful chart right now. Look how close we are to the 8-day MA, and we're breaking out of a channel. Very nice. Very, very nice. Circle here. ETR. T-Mobile. Do you guys remember? How many of you guys made money 3 times on T-Mobile yesterday in the pit? Raise your hand. So we were having fun with this stock yesterday. It kept going up to the same level, back and forth. I know that some people took it twice. Some people even took it 3 times yesterday. Who took it 3 times yesterday? Carlos lost count on KSS. How many of you got in T-Mobile yesterday in the pit? Tell me. Only 2 times. Okay. All right. Only 2 times. T-Mobile, right? There we go. Carlos is eyeing the 4th time. I got to say, we have a lot of fun in the pit. We have a lot of fun in the pit. By the way, who took that 37% gain on the S&P 0DT SPY yesterday? Good. Oh, good. Mark took all 3. See, we have a little fun in the pit. I'm going to take profit 4th time this morning. Took 3. Good. Oh, I love it. Look at my face. This is what brings me happiness. ETR. You guys could tell during the live class how much I love doing this. I'm pretty sure you could tell. ETR. Love when you guys make money. Yeah, we were killing it on T-Mobile yesterday in the pit. It was a good Monday. We took a nice morning 37% gain on SPY 0DTE. I did the SPY, but took 3 other scalps on the SPY. Thanks for teaching us to scalp. You're welcome, Carlos. I'm only beginning. I haven't even taught you yet how to scalp. I'm just beginning. Kevin, I was traveling from Jacksonville yesterday. I missed a lot. Sorry to hear that. Did great on the SPY. Good. This is a good stock right here. Defensive stocks are strong right now. I confused this following stock, Royal Pharmacy, with roadblocks. The ticker symbol, I confused this with roadblocks all the time. Beautiful stock. Beautiful. Probably not a good day trading stock, but a good swing trading. PayX, we talked about this one yesterday too. We did. Nice stock. These are not overextended stocks. All right. Folks, today in the VIP room, I will talk to you about visual backtesting. It's very, very important. A lot of you focus on all of these crazy advanced tactics, but you miss the boat on the simple stuff. Let's get back to the basics, okay? Jill says, if this was just the beginning, I can only imagine what is in store ahead. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna teach you guys how to scalp 0DTE and how to day trade. Made 52% on the SPY trade. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Lastly, folks, I'll be live at 1 o'clock today. But let me give you my prognosis for today. We're not done yet. Let me give you my prognosis for today. Wow, we've been going over an hour now. And it's been so much fun. Nobody's been interrupting me. Nobody's been messing with me. Nobody's been getting crazy on me. I love it. Bought my old computer Sprint years ago, German company too. Yeah, interesting. Timo's bought my old company Sprint years ago. German, yes. Okay, Scalped a SPY 6 times yesterday. Congrats, RJ. Congrats. Was it any of our trades or you just did your own trades? And let me give you customer service live, and then I'll give you my prognosis for today. Here's customer service live. Don't forget Cam and Gustavo show. And folks, if you would, please give me a few thumbs up so we can get over 300 thumbs up. Right now we have, let's see how many we have now. We have a total of 298. We need 2 more. 3 times for SPY yesterday. Oh my, look at this, Cam. I'm making crazy SPY traders here. Feeling good. Good. Thanks for today's wonderful lesson. Can't wait for new stuff. So let me conclude. The conclusion is this. Be very, very careful today. Be very, 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 very careful today. I think we're going to have a gap. No, I know we're going to have a gap down in the morning. Don't do anything the first half hour. I want to see how much of that gap gets filled. If enough of that gap gets filled, we may start bouncing. If not enough of that gap gets filled and we have more negative data, we may turn down. I will be updating you in real time in the pit and in the free Telegram channel all day today. Please, please, please don't miss out and keep an eye on all channels. Brian said 3 times out of. Nice. Brian, I'll see you in the office in about 20 minutes. I'm heading there right now. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all, and thank you for not giving me a hard time today. I really do appreciate it. We don't need to get political here. The political stuff was just what's in the market today. Hopefully, tariffs will not be an issue, and we won't be talking about politics ever again. Probably not, but that's what it is. But it is an issue right now, so we got to talk about it. Bye, guys. Be careful today. Be careful, and don't go making big moves the first half hour of the day. We got treacherous territory today.